Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ethics and Integrity in Research, Lesson 4. This video is part 2. So far, we've learned that risks can be towards humans, animals, and the environment. There are many aspects to being an ethical researcher, but 3 factors are authorship, data management, and human and animal welfare. So, we've talked about how review committees help us be good researchers. Now, let's talk about what we personally can do and what happens when we fail to be an ethical researcher. Good research practices are based on fundamental principles of research integrity. They guide research in their work and help them with ethical challenges they might face in research. All of the committees that we had talked about before are largely guided by fundamental principles of research and ethics and of research integrity, include reliability and ensuring the quality of research reflected in the design, the methodology, the analysis, and the use of resources. Honesty in developing, undertaking, reviewing, reporting, and communicating research in a transparent, fair, full, and unbiased way. Respect for colleagues, research participants, society, ecosystems, cultural heritage, and the environment. And lastly, accountability for the research from idea to publication for its management and organization, for training, supervision, and mentoring, and for its wider impacts. If research principles are not followed, they can lead to research misconduct. If you are participating in research misconduct, you are not being an ethical researcher, and we're not talking about making a simple mistake like entering the wrong data number. We're talking about completely falsifying and making up your research results. Research misconduct is taken very seriously and should be avoided in all of its forms. So, fabrication, falsification, and plagiarism. Fabrication is making up data or results and recording or reporting them. Falsification is manipulating research materials, equipment, or processes, or changing or omitting data such that the research is not accurately represented. Plagiarism is the appropriation of other authors' ideas, possesses, results, or words without giving appropriate credit. Before we move on, I want you to think of some examples of fabrication, falsification, and plagiarism. Now let's do a quick class activity. We're going to match the research misconduct. Decide whether the examples are fabrication, falsification, or plagiarism. So, example 1. A surveyor notices that their data is proving his hypothesis wrong. They decide not to include the data in their paper so that the work looks more favorable to their sponsors. Example 2. In order to meet recruitment pressure and expectations, a coordinator completed enrollment forms by using fake names and information. They submit the forms to their boss at the deadline. Example 3. Two researchers are working on a project together and they both put effort into writing the research paper. After the paper is written, one of the researchers publishes the paper, but only with themselves as the author. Take a few minutes to decide if you think these are falsification, fabrication, or plagiarism, and I'll be back with the answers. So, hopefully, you guys had a good class discussion. For example 1, we're talking about falsification. For example 2, it's going to be fabrication. And for example 3, that's plagiarism. If another researcher helps you write a paper, it's only right to publish them as a second author. One example of agricultural research misconduct is Monsanto. Monsanto engaged in ghostwriting and other types of research misconduct to make it harder to regulate its most profitable products. Although public science organizations have sanctions to punish research misconduct, private science organizations do not. So at Monsanto, they were allowing research misconduct. Journal editors who peer-reviewed the Monsanto documents were also unethical. They did not disclose their conflict of interest. Scientific misconduct by private firms threatens trust and integrity of public science. Large corporations that cheat the system make it hard for public science and people to trust in science to flourish. Lying and cheating is never the right way to increase profits. It also indirectly hurts a lot of people. There are even more scandals about their seeds and pesticides being toxic and cancer causing. This is what summarizes research ethics. Research ethics and integrity ensure research is conducted with the highest standards at the minimal risk of harm. There are ethical risks when designing a research experiment. Therefore, scientists must address these and get approval from review boards like IACUC, IRB, and IBC. Failure to follow research ethics properly can lead to research misconduct, resulting in serious consequences. Researchers engaging in misconduct may lose funding, research, faculty, privileges, their job, and respect and trust within the industry and academic community. That's why this is very important to understand research ethics. And we've made it to the end of Lesson 4, Part 2. I hope to see you all in Lesson 5, Research Posters.